anyone want to help this guy? He looks like he's about to fucking die.
I met you on a Thursday, right out to you. Well, Saturday I'm begging you, baby, just leave me alone. You're turning me upside down, put me to the ground when you shake me, shake me. I'm giving you what you need, and I'm begging, please don't break me, love.
Okay, so I went online to that Final Fantasy wiki I was talking about earlier, and I was just looking for any explanation as to how Snow gets away with punching out robots the size of elephants, right? And even I can't believe this, but I found it. And you just know this is going to be awesome, right? Because not even if you just said, you know, it's magic or something, does this make sense. Not unless Snow wields the power cosmic. But the official explanation is he has a super-powered trench coat. You know, when the kid who writes Axe Cop is coming up with more believable character concepts than you, stop writing immediately! Get a job, sir! But no, I'm not kidding. It's a techno-super-powered trench coat. Apparently it operates on the same principle as Lightning's GravCon thing, except it amplifies his strength or something. And its effects change when he puts these techno patches on the back of his coat. No, I'm serious. This is a thing. Somebody got paid to write this. And no, I will never let this go. I just can't, okay? It doesn't have to be this way. Alright, I'll play. Why would anyone have a super-powered trench coat? Are they commercially available? If so, why? Did he make it himself? And if so, how? How would he know how to do that? Because this guy sure doesn't look like a technical genius to me. Does the trench coat have a battery, and where is it? Up his ass? And of course, how do the patches work? Who makes the patches? Who sells them? And why? Is there a huge market for super trench coats with techno power patches that you sew on? And if so, why is Snow the only person in the world who has a super trench coat? I mean, wouldn't everyone want one? 'Cause I fucking would. And is that the only design? Now, me, I'd want one like in The Matrix, not this lame khaki thing. And even if there were super strength amplifying trench coats in the world. Ridiculous! But even if there were, why would he still not choose to carry any sort of weapon? I'm just saying, Lightning has one and she carries a sword. Just think of the damage he could do if he carried some big fuck-off axe or a buster sword. The guy'd be a fucking gore machine. But no, he just walks around and punches things with a super trench coat and everyone just takes it in stride. Nobody's like, Jesus Christ, Snow, you just punched that guy in the face so hard he disintegrated. How the fuck you do that?
Pretty lame.
None of this, not even the existence of the super trench coat, is ever once questioned, named, explained, or even spoken of in this entire game. Maybe there's a single sentence somewhere mentioning this in the gigabytes of data log material you'd have to read. And get used to me saying that, because that's pretty much the answer to every single question I'm gonna ask in this entire fucking review. Because virtually nothing is explained in this game. Terms like fal'Cie and Eidolon are never once defined or explained in any understandable fashion in-game. Organizations like PSICOM or Nora or the Sanctum are only painted with the broadest possible brush of good guys and bad guys, when basically nothing about their organizational structure, their capabilities, their goals, or motives are ever known through cutscenes. We don't know anything about any place, really. I mean, look, the Vile Peaks. Are there mountains on Cocoon? Isn't this like a space station or something? I don't know. You tell me, game! I don't know what the rules are. I have no foundation. I don't even think we get an establishing shot of Cocoon until about a quarter of the way through the game. And here's another place I just don't understand. The Gapra Whitewood. What the fuck is that? What's a proto-ecology belt? What's this crystal tree shit? Is that supposed to be the Whitewood? Because it doesn't look like wood, it looks like fucking crystal. I mean, are those supposed to be trees or what? Are trees on Cocoon made of crystal? Or are some trees made of crystal, or did they turn to crystal, and why? What lives here? Even the Na'vi from Avatar would cut their asses open on these leaves, or whatever they're supposed to be. What's proto-ecology, and why does proto-ecology come in belts? I don't know. I don't understand anything. Come on, game. Give me something. Help me.
This is an army facility
for turning wildlife into weapons.
Oh, okay, that clears up nothing. Why are the trees made of fucking glass? What animals could live here? What do they eat? God damn it!
Need to get something off your chest?
Weapons, characters, even party member backgrounds and motivations are so cloudy and poorly explained that the data logs are basically a necessity to follow what anyone is saying or doing or why. Take, for example, the bird living in Saz's afro. I mean, you see this and you're like, what the fuck, man? And does Saz ever explain it? Nope. Not once, not ever. He just has a bird in his fro. It's like, just... why? And remember, this is the series that built an entire fucking game around the backstory of Cloud's Buster Sword. But here, they just start whipping this bizarre shit at us and expect us to just roll with it.
I mean, what do they teach kids these days?
Why is there a fucking bird in your afro? You really want to know? Because I do. And luckily, there's a data log on Chocobo. A data log that does not explain why it lives in the guy's fucking afro. I hate this fucking game. Why do I even bother? Oh, but here's what it does say. The chick has no name, as voicing the true identity of the animal might trigger ripples of destiny across Cocoon and cause a hurricane in Eden.
The encounter could create a time paradox, the results of which could cause a chain reaction that would unravel the very fabric of the space-time continuum and destroy the entire universe. Granted, that's a worst-case scenario. The destruction might in fact be very localized, limited to merely our own galaxy.
Either that, or Saz just hasn't thought of one yet. But I know what's up with the Chocobo. And I shouldn't even tell you because it is so far ahead, but I'm going to anyway because it's that good. And I'm just picturing the looks on your faces when you hear this, and it's beautiful. So, okay, here we go. God, you're gonna think I'm bullshitting you when I tell you, and you know what? Maybe I am, but okay, here we go. That data log about the Chocobo's name triggering waves of altered destiny across the world and shaking the pillars of heaven, that part is true. Oh, there it is, that look. I can't see it, but I totally can. It's just so stupid. It's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in the history of fiction. And think about how long you've known me and all the stupid shit I've seen. And you know what? I can't even be mad at it, because I'm pretty sure someone cut my heroin with drain cleaner, and none of this is actually real. But there's a bird who lives in a guy's afro whose identity must remain a secret because revealing it would cause a complete collapse of the space-time continuum. Am I making any of this up, stereotypically drunk Mexican cyborg early 90s otaku kid? Esse-san! Yeah! Hontou ni! Watashi wa MD ga suki desu! Tequila no nomemasen ka, Holmes-chan? This is the worst writing I've ever seen in my life. And no, it's not because of the Chocobo, although... Fuck, that kid who wrote that shitty Doom fanfiction, he was better than this, because at least the character was introduced, his motivations were clear, it had a beginning, middle, and end. It's just, this is not how stories are told. Movies, games, fuck, Memento made more sense than this, and it was told backwards. Hell, even pornos are better written than this.
She just came over to use the shower.
The story is ludicrous.
Sure, but at least I'm not confused. The characters are quickly and clearly established. I know who they are and what they do.
Hello, meine Dispatcher says there's something wrong with deine Kabel. Mein Name is Karl, ich bin expert.
Our protagonists are likable enough. I mean, what's not to like? I'm rooting for them because at least their motivations are clear. I'm never stuck wondering where we are or what we're doing, and at least I don't need a study guide to know what's been accomplished at the end of the scene.
He fixes the cable.
Have you ever seen any movie that required you to frequently hit the pause button and then go fuck off and read Wikipedia entries on everyone, everything, and every place that was just mentioned so that you have some fucking clue on what in the high holy hell is going on? Aside from Dune? There's a reason that DVDs don't come with 100-page booklets of fucking footnotes. It's because you're watching a movie, a self-contained visual fucking medium. Imagine if you saw the movie Highlander, but the movie had none of the flashbacks. You'd have no idea who this guy is, or where he comes from, when he comes from, what he wants, what he's doing, who the fuck this Kurgan guy is, what the prize is, and why the Kurgan shouldn't get it. Mom! What the rules for their immortality are? They might as well come from another fucking planet for all you know. All you'd know is that you have this dude with a sword fighting other weirdos and things start floating for no reason.
There can be only one.
All this shit is common knowledge to the characters, but it's not to us. You have to have exposition to avoid completely alienating your audience. If they don't know anything, they can't care about anything. There's nothing! Not even a brief text crawl or introductory monologue to form even the most rudimentary base of a narrative. I don't know where we are! I don't know who anyone is! I don't know what the rules are! And I shouldn't have to read a fucking novella of footnotes to have this explained. And when the footnotes fail to explain its own fucking terms, I don't even know how to define what a complete failure at even the most fundamental aspects of storytelling this fucking is. This goes beyond fundamentals. This is almost experimental in how dementedly antithetical this is to how anyone else in history would ever write a story. I never even heard of something like this before. Fucking Joseph Campbell's head would explode in Lovecraftian insanity just trying to figure out what raving fucking lunatic thought anyone could follow anything that happens in this game, much less have the patience to even try. Fucking cave drawings from the Aurignacian period had a smoother narrative flow than this. At least there, they establish what a bison is, and that these fuckers like to hunt bison. The end. Good. Beautiful. You know what? That's a video game plot. I seen worse. I played Ninja Gaiden 3. It's like some fucking alien wrote Final Fantasy 13. I can't even imagine someone writing this poorly on purpose. Oh my god! Worst writing ever! Okay. Basically, the story is that Snow here is engaged to a gal named Sarah.
Sarah!
Our damsel in distress. What's happened is that something called a fal'Cie, this thing I guess, has cursed her into becoming its slave, which is called a lessee. She has to perform some kind of quest for the fal'Cie within a time limit, or she'll turn into this weird techno-zombie. Yeah, the fal'Cie are kind of dicks that way. Anyway, there are two types of fal'Cie, the kind that live on Cocoon, and the kind that come from the evil planet Grand Pulse.
Pulse is hell on Earth.
How do you know what Earth is? The fal'Cie from Pulse don't really like Cocoon and are actively trying to destroy it, so anyone who becomes a Pulse lessee, or comes near one, or who knows one, or who lives in the same town as one, gets purged by the government and exiled to Pulse, hence the train. Still don't know what's up with the robes. So we've got bad guys. These Pulse fal'Cie are forcing innocent people to serve them. And yet the Cocoon fal'Cie do the exact same thing with people, but for some reason them enslaving people against their will is okay. Actually, it's not. Pretty much everyone on every side here is a massive raging cock, but we'll get to that. So most of our main characters live in this little town called Bodom, which is on a beach. And again, you gotta help me. I'm confused as to how there's an ocean on Cocoon for there to be a beach in the first place. Never explained. Lightning here doesn't take too kindly to the announcement that Snow and Sarah are engaged.
This is ridiculous. Worst birthday ever.
Wait, Sarah!
Because she thinks Snow is a shiftless, jobless, homeless-looking waste of existence with all the brains of a used condom.
The heroes never die.
She is correct. Now imagine that you find out this guy is railing your little sister nightly.
It's over!
So far, she's my favorite character. When Sarah tells Snow that she's been branded as a lessee, naturally it comes as quite a shock. Kinda makes the whole wedding thing kinda pointless if she's bound to turn into a robot zombie and eat half the people at the reception, so she dumps him and runs off. But despite his better judgment, he just can't abandon Sarah!
Sarah!
Snow's got this weird, irritating optimism about everything. I mean, okay, Sarah, you've been cursed by an evil demigod to do its bidding or suffer an eternity of undeath. And even though I have no plan whatsoever, trust me, it'll all work itself out because I'm the hero, baby, and love is awesome. But, I should ask, when did you ever get close to a Pulse fal'Cie? It's not like there's one within walking distance of here. Besides, fal'Cie are huge. You'd see a fal'Cie like 10 miles away. What were you even doing? I know if I saw a fal'Cie, I'd run screaming and never look back. It doesn't matter. Wherever you found the fal'Cie, thank God it's far, far away from here. Otherwise, the Sanctum would send an entire army and purge every last one of— Ah, shit.